Off we go from Las Vegas. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Let's go now.
Now a first carry here for... And right away he lost the football. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Davion Taylor there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 22, Willis. This will be caught by Brown. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Raiders had 10-3 on the year, but they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Robinson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, Willis. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Raiders, nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
To try again after the sack. Willis. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On play action, now Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Cut back in. 18, 5 years.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw on 3rd and 1. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Willis looking to throw on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Last play of the half, Willis. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. The 20. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
19 Tigers, go!
Robinson with another carry. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now Willis. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cook up the gut. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Number 10. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That's on the guard, David Edwards.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the middle with Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now receiver in motion left.
Again, it'll be Hubbard.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
3rd down, goal to go from the 8.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now Willis.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Rodgers throwing here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Cincinnati.
Hey, 626.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Rodgers will throw for it. On the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense